Hello, Radco Nation. We are so happy you are with us this morning. I'm Patrick Fulcher, the Vice President of Support Services for Radco, and here's my co-host.
I'm Mike Brewer, Vice President of Operations here at Radco.
And we are so happy to be here with you this morning for our first, Mike, our very first show.
So exciting.
Of Full Brew. What is Full Brew all about? What does that mean?
This is a way for us to edify our team members out in the field, actually retell the stories that they are generating.
Absolutely. This show is about you guys, and we are going to be sharing some information with you today on how you can become the star of the show.
Absolutely. I'm so excited.
So excited, Mike. I just want to cover a couple of things really quickly before we get into all the great content, and we have some amazing content to share with you guys today. Number one is we are taking questions, and there's a couple of different ways that you can communicate with us. Number one is if you're on a mobile device, you can type in your question in the control panel just below the screen where you see us. And then if you're on a PC, over to the right-hand side of the screen, you can also type questions there. So we're going to be taking questions throughout the entire broadcast. Anything you want to ask?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Nothing's off limits. All right. So we are also going to be recording this presentation today, this episode, and we'll be posting that out on the property pages for you to access after today's broadcast.
Yeah, for those of you in those early time zones, just in case you're not seeing us live.
Right. Hi, Colorado. I know it's early out there. Erica Weston, I know you're on this morning. Well, Mike, this is so exciting to be able to have this forum to be able to share with our team members and to highlight all the amazing team members that we have working at Radco Residential. It's just a great opportunity to really call out those behaviors that are represented in our core values, which we're going to be talking about this morning in our mission statement. Mike, what do you hope is the ultimate, what do you hope people take away from today as we talk through this, all the information we have to share?
Well, I think about this through the lens of the mission and value statement itself, right? And so I think at Radco we have this overarching purpose to build better living, right? And the mission and the values is the way for us to make that come alive. And I kind of think about it like this. We have talent, we have customers, we have investors, and our mission and our vision and our purpose allow us to bring those voices into the room when we are making decisions, right? So when we make decisions, we want really good outcomes for the talent and the customer and the investor, and that's a way for us to do that.
Absolutely.
I think the other really cool thing is that it gives us a premise for telling awesome stories,
Awesome
right?
stories.
Some of the stories that we're going to be telling later.
I can't wait, Mike. I have to throw in here that we want everybody to stay tuned through the end of this broadcast because we're going to be unveiling the winners of the Mission Video Challenge contest. So you do not want to miss this. I am telling you, we have unearthed some amazing talent in our Radco company. I didn't know we had people that could produce original music. We have drones flying. It's just incredible what you're going to see on today's broadcast. So stay tuned. That'll be at the end of the broadcast because we want you to stay on and watching with us. So that's coming up. That's just ahead.
Absolutely. And one last point on the mission and values. I think it's a way for us to hold ourselves accountable, right? No matter what position that you hold in this organization, it's a way for us to hold ourselves accountable. But if you see someone that's living out of alignment with the mission and the values, it's actually a way to hold people accountable.
Absolutely. So one of the things that we did just recently, Mike, as you remember, is we conducted our annual team member engagement survey. We call that the Radco Voice, and I was so excited to see that we had 83%.
That's unbelievable.
I couldn't believe it.
I know you've been around a really long time.
I have been around a long time.
I've never seen participation.
Never seen participation at those levels. So it was so exciting that we had 83% of our Radco team members participate in the employee engagement survey. And we are going to be producing the results, as we promised, of that survey within the next 2 weeks. So you're going to receive a copy of those results and you're going to see how we did. And you're going to see what we're doing really, really well. And we're also going to see some areas where we have some opportunities. And I think that's exciting, Mike, that we give our team members the voice to be able to tell us what we could do better.
Exactly. And I think one of the things we decided to do was go out into the various markets and hold town halls, right? So that we could not only validate that feedback, but we could actually include you in creating initiatives that we can put in place for 18 to double down on the things that we did well at and to shore up those areas of
Absolutely.
opportunity.
What Mike is talking about is in the next months to come, we're going to actually coming to the markets, coming to your properties, spending time with you and talking about those things so we can get your feedback and we can hear how we can do better on those items that we have opportunities with. So that's really exciting. One of the things that we heard loud and clear, Mike, on the employee engagement survey is that we need a better onboarding program.
Yes, we do.
I think it's an opportunity that we've known that has existed for a while, and I am so excited that we have in cooperation with our Learning and Development Department. Hi, Jessica Gordon. Executive Producer Jessica Gordon is here. Say hi, Jessica.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So thrilled to be here.
Absolutely. Jessica is here, and her team is leading the charge, Mike, in producing a world-class red carpet onboarding for all of our Radco team members. So that's going to be rolling out in early 2018. So we're very excited about that. And what that does, Mike, is that allows the opportunity for all of our new hires that come into our organization to get off on the right start.
I like that.
Very, very important. So another thing that I want to talk about, Mike, is something that is, I can hardly contain myself when I talk about this topic because it is really at the heart of what we do. It's at the heart of our values. It's at the heart of our mission statement. And that is, we have declared 2018 as what?
The year of the customer.
The year of the customer. 2018 is the year of the customer. And you're probably sitting there going, what does that mean? And if you guys, I hope everyone had the opportunity to read The Radical, which is our quarterly newsletter. And on the front page of the latest edition, I wrote a brief article kind of talking about what the year of the customer means.
Very well done, by the way.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks. Thanks, Mike.
Yes.
So the year of the customer really is about some key things. And the number one thing is that we want to empower our Radco superstars to be the customer service hero.
That's right.
When something goes wrong, that's right. I forgot to do the thing. The Superman customer service hero. You guys remember that, right? From the movies. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that every one of our Radco team members that works on our property, works in our office, anywhere, is empowered to make a customer service decision. And they become the hero. And guess what, Mike? They get to take all the credit for it.
That's exactly right. That's the most important.
How many times, Mike, have you been, I think we've almost been conditioned now in the world that we live in to accept bad service.
I believe that.
I think we just go into certain restaurants or retail establishments and we just know that we're going to get bad service, right? So we want to change that. We want to be known at Radco when you come into one of our communities or you come into one of our offices, you receive exceptional service. Mike, what does great customer service mean to you?
I have to tell you, two stories come to mind. One from East Village, where we had a young man who was looking for a job recently, and he was in our business center frequently trying to put together his resume. And he was struggling a little bit, so the property manager jumped in, and actually the entire team jumped in.
Wow.
They helped him write his resume. They gave him really nice paper to print it on. Somebody lent him a tie to actually wear to the interview, and they did some mock interviews with him over the telephone and in person. And as I heard, or as I understand, they actually helped him find his first appointment for
wow.
the interview. That's off the
incredible,
chart. difference.
That's incredible.
Absolutely.
Our team
incredible.
members amaze me sometimes.
They truly do.
I mean, this is what Radco, when Norman founded this company, that's what he had in mind.
That's exactly right. I believe that. I have one more for you. Down at Greenwood at Ashley Village, we had a scenario where somebody that lived at the property since 1974.
Wow.
A very long time, right? They dubbed him the mayor of the community. He had lived there for so long.
Right.
Yeah. And so the mayor had actually fallen ill and gone to the hospital for a prolonged amount of time. And the team found out that he was coming back home, right? And so they went out and they bought a chocolate cake, his favorite flavor of cake, by the way, and some balloons. And they set up a coming home party for the mayor. So another example of where
another amazing example.
Just
And
customer
that's
service
just
off the
one.
charts.
That's just one of many. And Mike, that's one of the things I really love about our radical communication is that it is just stocked full of stories
Incredible
about
stories.
our amazing people that work at all of our properties, and and those stories that you talked about are actually in this edition. So with pictures of the events as they happen. You know, Mike, we have such an opportunity here to make a difference for people. Housing, providing people with a place to live is such a personal thing. You know, it's not like working in a retail store where you're selling someone a pair of socks or serving them food. People actually live with us. They have lives. They have as Norman likes to say, they have real problems. And we, as the people who are responsible for overseeing it, have to deal with those issues that really happen. And we have such an opportunity to make a difference in the lives of people.
I believe that. What we do for a living is just above and beyond, and the ability to impact people in that deep and meaningful way is just something that you don't, in my mind, experience in other businesses.
Absolutely.
Like
So
this.
the year of the customer, Mike, it's just around the corner. Can you believe today is already December
No.
1st, right? December 1st. 2018 is literally, we're knocking at the door of 2018, and we are so excited about Year of the Customer. We have so many more things that are going to align with that focus for 2018. Jessica Gordon and the Learning and Development team have already planned and mapped out an entire 12 months of training and contests and excitement around serving our residents. And not only serving our residents, Mike, but serving each other.
That's right.
We can't forget that we have internal customers as well. We serve each other. I run support services, and we actually support every team member in our organization, from IT, HR, training and development, all of the different areas. That's exciting that we get to serve each other as well.
I think what's really nice about that is if we do that really well, if we serve each other really well, then by default, the customer gets served really well, right? The investors get served really well. So once we do, and you know what I think is really exciting about that? Moving on to our next point.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't.
I
can't wait. I can't wait.
I think learning and development was something that we learned or heard loud and clear through the survey, and I'm really excited about this. And so, learning and development at Radco is Amplify, right? That's the name of the learning and development.
It is such a look. They have their own logo.
Isn't that cool?
They have their own logo.
Absolutely. And you know what I think is really exciting about this is that it's being put together in a very forward-looking way. If I think about the Facebooks, the Amazons, the Netflix, and the Googles of the world and the way they are influencing consumer behavior, right? We are all consumers, right? So we bring that new behavior into the workplace, and we expect in the learning and development platform or world that we are served in a different way now,
Absolutely.
right? No longer is it that person standing in front of the classroom and teaching from a PowerPoint. Not to say that that doesn't have value.
And Mike, I have to tell you, I have been, because I'm old.
I've
been around a long time.
Join the crowd.
I have been to some terrible training in my career. Training where I really wish I could have just disappeared into a puff of smoke. Literally. But that is not the training we will be delivering through Amplify.
No, this is experiential-based training. That is what is so exciting. You know what else is exciting about that? We've actually gone out and found the subject matter experts here at Radco, those people that are already doing their jobs at a top-notch level, right? And they have a passion for training.
Absolutely.
And we're bringing them in and we're creating an experience for them in the way of training the trainer, right? And so we can, and they're also a part of putting together the curriculum that they're actually going to use to teach.
That is, so what I'm hearing you say, Mike, is that our Radco team members who do this job every single day, who knows it better than them, are actually going to be training
That is
our
exactly right.
other team members on whatever subject they are most passionate about.
That is exactly right.
That's exciting.
It's so exciting.
It really is. And so I understand that those team members have been given a special title.
Oh, they have. Thank you for reminding me. Yes, it's Amplify Ambassador.
Oh, I love it. I love that. That's so exciting. Amplify, man. I just love the whole Amplify thing. Jessica, did you come up with that on your own? Or?
Absolutely not. Sharon came up with it for me. Hi, everybody.
Senior writer Sharon is also here. It takes a village to run this show. Let me tell you guys, if you guys could see, in fact, that is a great transition, Mike, to our next topic. And boy, this one is catching on.
Are you excited?
I am excited. I'm super excited. Everything I say today, I'm super excited about.
Absolutely.
Like super excited. So the next topic that we're going to be talking about, Mike, is something I didn't even know existed until I started working here, and it's called Yammer.
Yammer.
Yammer,
I like
right?
that name.
Yammer is, and you know what, Mike? This thing is catching on so big that literally millions of people, millions
I
of
heard that
people
yesterday.
are joining Yammer on a daily basis.
It's
My
amazing.
phone, it goes off in notifications all night long. I had to turn it off because people are joining
I
Yammer.
can't get anything else done.
So what, Mike, what is Yammer? The way I kind of describe it to people, and I think you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the best way to describe it is it's really the Facebook of business.
I would agree with that wholly. Absolutely.
Right. So what is Yammer, guys? You want to join Yammer. If you haven't joined, which millions of people are, but if you haven't yet, you need to log in and join. And how do you do that? How do you join? You need to go you need to log in with your network login, and you go to your property pages, and there's actually a link in the upper left-hand corner of the screen where you can click on Yammer and you can actually become a member. And then you get to participate in all those great conversations. And I see that people from all over the Radco organization are posting things. Like I saw stuff from construction.
That's right.
Construction, I love the posts from the construction group because they get to show us all of the cool stuff they are doing with our renovation.
I think they actually invented Yammer.
I think they did.
They were the first ones to
They
use it.
were actually using it before everybody else.
That's right.
Mike DeSarno personally invented
He
it.
did. Absolutely.
He did it. He did it.
And it's on fire now.
It's on fire, and we're excited about it. And now we're all joining in. And it's a great way, Mike, for us to give instant recognition to people that are doing a fantastic job. I'm already seeing that a lot of our property managers are posting kudos and recognition.
Keep doing that.
Keep doing that. We want to be commenting on that. It's a great way to get really instant communication out to everybody across the Radco Nation.
I'm excited to get out in the field and do some yammering
I am too.
myself.
In fact, Mike, I am so excited about Yammer that I am going to literally post right now while we are on the air. So I'm going to take a picture of us. There we go. Right? And I'm actually going to post it while we are conducting the show.
That is clever.
And I hope that everybody, if you're watching the show, will you please log into Yammer and will you comment and tell us how we're doing?
Yes, please.
Right.
Be nice.
Be nice. Be very nice because this is our first broadcast. It's only going to get better from here, but we really need your feedback because we want the show to be successful.
Which group would you want them to comment in Yammer?
We would go to the Amplify group. So there are several groups. Good point, Sharon. Sharon is keeping us in line here. Good point. There's lots of groups on Yammer. We have the Reputation All-Stars, Marketing, Construction, and then we have the Amplify group. So when you go on, you want to make sure that you comment on the show.
And Supportify.
Supportify.
Was that not incredible?
I mean,
What a
we
great
have
name.
Amplify, we have Supportify. I mean, we are cutting edge here at the Radco companies. We have created all these amazing names, and I'm so excited about it. Super excited.
Oh yeah, hashtag it up.
Absolutely. So, Mike, we've already talked about the Radical. What about the weekly bulletin? We need to talk about that. That's another great way that we communicate with our Radco team members on a weekly basis. What's the weekly bulletin all about, Mike?
You know, I will tell you about that in just a second. I think this is sort of a great way to bring notice to the fact that we failed forward, right? I think the original versions of the bulletin were
Yeah, Mike, let's just call it like it is. It was terrible.
yeah, we didn't know what we were doing.
It was awful. We didn't know
Right.
what we were doing.
We didn't know what it should be.
It had become a hodgepodge of things, and the feedback that we received from our fantastic team members in the field was, guys, we don't know what's most important. So what has the bulletin board now become?
It's become a weekly operational excellence communication, right? The things that we need to focus on a weekly basis. It's a way for us to communicate that, to keep us hyper focused on those things that make us
And
successful.
it's only one page.
It's one page. Nothing is one page anymore.
Back months and months ago, when we originally launched the bulletin board, it was pages of stuff, and nobody knew what was the most important thing to do.
Correct.
And so now we are laser focused on operational directives that are important to you, that are working on site, on running your business on a daily basis.
Absolutely.
So we really appreciate it, and thank you, Sharon.
Yeah. Oh,
Kudos
yes.
to Sharon for being the editor of the bulletin board every week. It's a great tool. So another thing I want to talk about, Mike, and I can't say this enough. I am so proud to work for an organization that cares about its team members.
Mm-hmm.
And so Radco Cares is a nonprofit, standalone nonprofit organization that provides assistance to our team members that may find themselves in situations where they need financial assistance. And I will tell you, as I meet and go to conferences and meet with other people in the multifamily industry, I find that this is very unique to us.
Oh yeah.
It is really impressive that, and the really cool thing about this, Mike, is this is mostly funded by our team members.
That's right. So thank you for that. Thank you.
So if you would like to become a contributor to Radco Cares, there's a very simple way to do that. You can go on Paycor or ADP, depending on which payroll system you're on, and you can actually click a link which will take you out to an electronic form that you can fill out, and you can designate, hey, I want $5 a paycheck, I want $10 a paycheck, I want $100 a paycheck to go to Radco Cares. We also get money, Mike, from the company.
Correct.
Norman generously has given us some money for Radco Cares. And also, Mike, I don't want to forget our vendors.
Oh, yeah.
We have some amazing vendors who do business with us on a regular basis, and they have also contributed money to Radco Cares as well. And Radco Cares has done some amazing things this year. Do you want to talk about the one situation that really kind of, it gets me every time?
And there are so many, but this one sticks out. So all the hurricane activity this year, both stateside and afar, we had a scenario where Puerto Rico was wiped out by Hurricane Mary, right? And we have maintenance supervisor Nanny Lopez down at the summit in San Antonio, Texas. His daughter was on the island when that happened. And I guess for 2 weeks, plus or minus, because the infrastructure was completely wiped out, he couldn't get in touch with him. But Radco Cares came to the rescue. We were able to secure a plane ticket to get Manny down there, help him find his daughter, get them back to the States, and I am happy to report she's enrolled in school.
She's enrolled in school, and she's back in Texas, and that's
right.
so exciting. And that's just, and thank you, Manny, for allowing us to share that
Yes,
story.
thank
That's
you.
also in the Radical, the edition of the Radical, and a full description of that story with a picture of Manny and his daughter, and that is so exciting. And Radco Cares continues. It's just another thing that makes our company great, Mike. It makes us stand
absolutely.
out from the rest of the companies that are in the multifamily space. So remember, if you guys are interested in donating to Radco Cares, or if you have a team member or you are a team member that needs assistance, you can go on the property pages, and there's a link with the Radco Cares logo, and you can actually click that, and you can either submit a electronic form to donate to the program, or you can fill in an application for assistance.
Absolutely. Please do.
Absolutely. Well, Mike, this is Jessica. Have we got any questions? Do we have a question? We haven't.
Not yet. I
Okay.
don't see any, but we might have a technical difficulty with our Q&A, so just post on Yammer, because we're following our Yammer
Okay, so we're
feed.
following
Yammer
on
questions.
Yammer. We might have a technical difficulty with the Q&A. in the Skype broadcast. But if you do have a question, we're monitoring that as we go here live on the program
Thanks,
this
Palm
morning.
Harbor did say that they love the show and that they completely supportify it.
That's awesome. Lakes at Palm Harbor down in Clearwater. We are so thankful for your comment today, and we supportify you as well.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, Mike, this is kind of what we've all been waiting for.
Yes.
It is kind of this is kind of the most exciting piece of the program, and that is we're going to unveil our mission statement video winners. And back in the month of October, November, we ran a contest where we had asked, and we didn't give a lot of rules or guidance around it. We said, we want you to take the RADCO mission statement, and we want you to make that come alive in a video.
That's right.
And we want you to get as many people on the property to participate. And we received, Mike, and this blows me away, we received 48 entries,
amazing.
48 entries into our RADCO Video Challenge contest. And I'm telling you, these videos were amazing.
Off the charts.
It was so hard to pick a winner because I wanted everybody to win.
Yeah.
Because this is so important. It's the like you say, Mike. It's the fabric
That's right.
by which we are all held together is our mission, and to see our team members actually take this and become very creative, just is unbelievable. So we get to show today the three winners. We're going to do the third, second, and first place winners. And what's exciting about this is that you guys all get a gift card for winning. So we're going to announce what those increments are as we announce the winners of this program. But again, thanks to everybody that participated. We are in the process of editing together in a compilation all of those videos that were submitted as part of the contest. So what we're going to do is we will send out a notice and a link on Amplify and also in the bulletin and also in the Radical and Yammer and every other Spotify, I don't know, Supportify, all the other different ways that we communicate. We will let you know when that's out there. So you can actually go in and if you want to view all 48 of the entries
as you should,
we're going to give you the opportunity to do that. But without further ado, Mike, I want to start off with our third place winner. And this team did an amazing job. So let's take a look. This is the third place winner of the Mission Video Challenge contest.
The gift card.
Oh, yes. The gift card for this team is $300.
I love my Radco. I love my Radco. I love my Radco. Peace and happiness. Gonna give it to Radco. Side door. 18. Yes, big brother property manager. Recite Radco mission and values.
Radco mission and values. Radco challenges the conditions of real estate investment, creating exceptional opportunities for our partners, empowering our employees, and fulfilling our mission in our communities.
18, out.
Peace and happiness, I'm gonna give it to Radco.
I love my Radco. I love my Radco.
All right, that is fantastic. I love my Radco. Absolutely, that was phenomenal. And that group was Ashford 75, right here in Atlanta. Congratulations. We will be sending to you next week. You'll probably get it on Tuesday. You will receive the $400 gift card. I'm sorry, $300 gift card for the third place winner. Mike, that was incredible.
That was awesome.
There's some talented people. Well, it only gets better from there. So the next winner was the second place winner, and they will be receiving a $400 gift card for this entry. So let's take a look.
Okay.
In a world where other companies don't, Radical does.
Radical challenges the conventions of real estate investment, creating exceptional opportunities for our partners, empowering our employees, and fulfilling a distinct need in our communities. How are you doing? What can I do for you today?
Hi, I was just outside taking a walk and I saw a lady with her dog and he took a dump right there. And she didn't even bother picking it up. She just walked away. I even told her about it. I pointed it to her and she just ignored me. You guys really need to do something about this. It's getting pretty bad.
This is a job for Complaint Calvin! Hi, Irma. This is Monica calling from Radius Palms. I'm just following up to see how your apartment search is going. We're running an awesome special right now, and I'd love to show you the apartment that you were looking at. Fantastic follow-up!
Thank you so much for these sweets. Us. We're so happy to have you.
I am so excited to be here.
Well, I just want to show you that your brand new apartment is going to be located right over here.
Yay!
I am Captain Leasing Pants.
Sammy, I'm so excited you decided to renew with us for another year. I'm the renewal princess. Surprise! We made our leasing goals. We are 100% occupied. Mighty manager, mighty team!
Absolutely, that was phenomenal, and that was Radius Palms in Tampa, Florida. You guys are the second place winner, and that is phenomenal.
Absolutely.
Mike, it just keeps getting better. We have costumes and everything. That was really good. So without further ado, we now have the first place winner. We should have had a drum roll. First place winner. Let's take a look. This one's, what was it? Oh, they get a $500 gift card as the first place winners. So without further ado, I don't even know what to say. Let's watch this one. You're going to be blown away.
Hey, I had this food in my head, and I heard you like to sing. You want to?
Everybody ready for a team meeting?
Perfect timing.
Wow! Radco, yeah, that was the team at Greenwood at Ashley River in Charleston, South Carolina. You guys are the winner of the Mission Video Challenge contest, and you will be getting your $500 gift card next week for you and the team to enjoy. We are so excited. That was incredible, Mike.
Oh.
We now have an original song about our Radco mission statements.
That's right. And just to speak to what you said, we are building culture.
We
here,
are.
right? And we are building culture through stories. And that story, this contest is just awesome.
Just amazing. Well, Mike, Jessica, have we gotten any, do we have any questions that
Not
come
yet,
in?
we're getting great feedback, but no questions. We'd love to hear your questions.
Yeah, if you
so
do
please
have
send them.
questions, please go ahead and type those either into the Skype broadcast panel, or you can send us those on Yammer.
Jessica Hansel did say Mike should replace Matt Lauer on today.
Oh, well, there is an opening.
Oh, I heard
There
there
is
was
a
an
current opening on the Today Show. So, Mike, we might have to send the tape of this broadcast in as your
Whoa.
audition tape.
Let's do it.
It's absolutely fantastic.
Could we maybe help people know how they could get involved as a roving reporter?
Oh.
or
Yes,
as an
so
amplified
that's a
ambassador?
great thing, Sharon. So one of the things that we did in this edition of The Radical is we engage roving reporters throughout the company to help us with stories, because you guys know the stories better than we do, and it's great to hear it from your voice.
Yes.
So if you would be interested in becoming a roving reporter for The Radical, we would love you to let us know that. And the way you can do that is you can email news@radcoliving.com. So news@radcoliving.com. That is the email address. You just need to let Sharon know that you would like to become a roving reporter, and we will be happy for you to join the editorial staff of The Radical.
That's so much fun. I read a couple of those stories
It was
this week.
fantastic, and we had some really great stories. So that just makes the communication even better, Mike. We have our actual team members actually in their voice telling us the story.
That's exactly right. And again, building culture through the stories.
Absolutely. And culture is such an interesting thing, Mike. A lot of people ask me, what is the culture at Radco? And I say, you know what? We are developing that culture today. We are, through the things that you just saw, through the videos, talking about serving our residents, serving each other. That is what's going to make us a great company. And that is the culture. That's the fabric that holds us together. And I think that we have an amazing group of people that we've assembled, some talented people. I love going and visiting our properties, Mike, because the stories you hear and the things we have to deal with. This is a tough business. It's it's really not easy to be in property management.
No, you
is it,
wear
Mike?
at least 10 hats on a daily basis, and you shift between those hats, every minute or every second of the day.
It really is.
You might be counseling 1 minute and fixing a toilet the next minute.
Exactly. So our property managers, our leasing consultants, our maintenance guys, Mike, I tell you what, those guys are amazing.
Oh, yes.
It is
Unsung
truly
heroes.
incredible, all the stuff they have to get done, and they manage to get it done. And they are really, in my opinion, no offense, leasing office, but in my opinion, when a resident is making a decision about renewing their lease, Mike, who really has one of the biggest impacts on that decision?
It's the service side of our business and the way that they take care of the consumer, whether the consumer's home or not. It's when you go out and do work in their space and you leave the space better than it was when you walked in, or if the resident happens to be there, it's the way you interact with them.
Absolutely.
And the touch points are so many more on that side of the business than they are in-house.
And our residents oftentimes, Mike, they actually interact more with the maintenance
True
team
statement.
than they do the office staff, because those are the guys that are out there. You'll see them on the golf cart, you'll see them picking up the property, and they are, in fact, I actually live on one of our Radco properties, and I saw one of our maintenance team members the other morning. He was having an interaction with one of our residents who had a really cute dog, and he was like throwing the stick to the dog, and you could just tell it.
I love that.
Because people love their pets, Mike. People love their pets, right? They're almost like children.
This is true.
And so for him to take time to actually talk to the resident, throw the stick to the dog, it was really a great interaction to watch.
Absolutely.
Well, we're very close to the end of our broadcast today. Jessica, have we gotten any more
Not yet,
questions?
not yet.
Okay.
So we talk about, is there still room to become an Amplify ambassador?
Sure, yes, absolutely. So one of the things that Mike talked about was the Amplify Ambassador program, and that is people who have a real passion for what they do. And maybe you have a real passion for leasing. Maybe you have a real passion for collections.
Mhm.
Does anybody have a passion for collections?
Everybody has a passion for collections.
Everybody has. That's what we do. We collect. Maybe, but you have a real passion for delinquency control.
That's right.
Right? Delinquency.
I'm going to collect
control.
some right now.
Right, exactly. You have a great way of doing that, and you want to share that with other people. We would love to hear from you. Now, we already have some nominees that have been submitted into the Amplify Ambassador Program by their regional manager, their property manager, and we're so excited about those folks. But maybe you would like to participate in that program too. We do have a kind of a application process that you go through to become a certified ambassador through the Amplify program. So if you have an interest in that, reach out to your regional manager. We really need some more maintenance.
Yeah, this includes the service side of the business. It's really important, those technical skills that you have in repairing things, and the customer service side of your delivery, right? We need those folks to come in and be a part.
So if you have a passion for electrical, plumbing, AC repair, whatever it is that you really would like to help us out in the area of becoming a subject matter expert in that area, we would love to hear from you. So please make sure you let your regional manager know and your property manager know, and they will then get in touch with the Learning and Development Department, and we will put you as part of our Amplify Ambassador program.
Absolutely. Yep.
Well, Mike, I know that today is an exciting day. It's another day to serve our residents.
That's
it's another
right.
day to serve our each other. It's another day to make a difference in building better living.
That's right.
For everybody that lives at our Radco properties. Mike, we have almost 20,000 apartment units today.
That's just
this small
amazing.
company, and the small company is now a very big company.
And it's only like, what, 5 years old?
I know, and we did
young.
it in such a short period of time. And we touch so many people's lives every day. We have the opportunity to really make a difference and build better living in the communities in which we operate. Mike, I have enjoyed this. I have enjoyed this program today. It's been a fantastic time. We look forward to future episodes of Full Brew. What makes this program great is not Mike and I.
No.
We just get the fun of doing this and getting to talk about our amazing team members. What makes this really fun is that we get to hear from you. We have a lot of great things planned for this monthly broadcast. We're going to be going on site.
That's right.
We actually may broadcast live from the community. You don't know where we're ever going to show up. But the thing that you're going to remember from this program is this is about our great Radco team members and what you guys do every day. Remember, you can be the customer service hero. Take care of the problem, fix the issue. We want to have raving fans that talk about Radco in such a positive way. And we can do that, and you can really impact the lives of the people you work with, as well as the people, the residents that live on our property. Mike, any last closing comments before we end the show today?
No, I look forward to telling those stories. So go out there and be the difference that makes a difference.
Make a difference. Everybody, thanks for your time. Everybody have a fantastic rest of your day.